my coffee. Moin moin, little bitch, get here when you can. I wanna have a schedule, bro, fuck. But yeah, I just couldn't get here earlier. Hello, Reticide, good morning. Here I am. I still have this... Shit. Trying to get here first. Hello, Sir Cakez, I had an idea. How about you re-enable TTS for the 2 remaining months? That will harden you before the baby comes. Hello, super cool. Good morning, guys. Hello, Jets. Good morning. El Cravo. Good morning, too, bro. Baby? Yeah, we get a baby, bro. Getting the baby. Bro, I've been missing your streams, man. Thank you, thank you. What a compliment. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, I had to sort out my money, you know. You know, like the black rappers talking about. I had to get my money straight. Cause if the baby comes, you know, the baby wants money, you know. Guys, I need some help. For those of you who play Dark Souls, I don't have Wäscheklammern. Otherwise, I could add one more pain thing to the wheel. I will watch your stream, little bro. Hello, though. Hello, man. My man, Carbon Taxi. Lol. Good morning. So the $30 million robbery in LA was you? Yeah, that was me. True. Cakez robbed a bank. Congratulations, Burn. Thank you, thank you. I heard Dark Souls, time to praise the sun. Yeah, I have never played Dark Souls. We're gonna play it today. But first, before we play Dark Souls, I'm gonna do some game development stuff. And I'm gonna do a little bit special. I'm gonna do a Wheel of Pain. Let me show you. Hopefully this works really quick. Let me see here. Does it work? There we go. So I have some... Maybe I put myself here. I have some stuff that I found out that could be interesting. Inverted controls when I die. Until I die the next time. Also, I think I might be a bit bright, but we'll fix that in a second. So that. Then maybe a Queen Poncelot blindfold where I can see a little bit through, but not all the way. Then low camera speeds could also be really annoying. And then hot sauce, eating a hot sauce drop, then eating a piece of onion and don't collect souls. That would be 6. But yeah. Are you guys being able to see the stream just fine? Or they should be. At least I don't see any issues on my end, bro. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. After some C++ programming. Bro, only on Twitch. Inverted controls, blindfold, and don't collect souls doesn't make sense. Why? It's a punishment. Huh? Huh? Was? Oh nein. Das ist nicht dein Ernst. Wie soll ich das machen? Und? Kann sie dir das nicht bringen? Wer? Madonna. Zu dahin. Kann sie dir das nicht dahin bringen? Wieso nicht? Oh, wait. Give me a second. We're not gonna do shield runs.
Timid and
I'm not gonna do a pussy run, you know, we're gonna
back
go big dick. So guys, like I told my wife, you know, like I'm gonna have like 4 hours of streaming every day. Please don't, like, let's work around that, right? So essentially, in a couple of minutes, like in like 30 minutes, I need to go AFK for about 30 minutes. Because I need to bring her somewhere. She's pregnant and she can't get there on her own. Right? We're trying to work around that, but man. You told your wife, but did you tell the baby? So unfortunately I have to go. I'm not gonna turn off the stream, right, for that. But I'm very sorry. I'm gonna let a YouTube video play when I'm gone. You know, you guys can put a YouTube video on Discord if you want to. I'm very sorry about that, but I'm not gonna turn off the stream. Okay, we're gonna do the stream normally. Then I'm gonna be AFK for 30 minutes, and then I guess the coding session will just be a bit short. Someone suggest a cool video. Yeah, you can suggest a cool video on Discord, right? I'm sorry about that, guys. How pregnant is your wife? 6 months? 6 months, I think. 6. We're gonna have the baby in July. And we are getting close to May now. So like 2.5 months left. Something like that. A girl or boy? It's a girl. I'm gonna get a girl. Very cool. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited too. But yeah, I'm very sorry about that. I know I promised this, and so we will still do the Dark Souls. Don't worry, we will still do all of it. She told me this is the last time. So I believe her. I believe her. Okay? Okay. Oh shit. Right. Give me a second. How do we do this? Where do I put myself? We're gonna do some programming first though. Cakes, you look like you only slept 4 hours. Another thing you gotta get used to. I slept 5 hours. But yeah, good day. Hello, Free Space, my man. Good morning. How are you doing, bro? And on YouTube as well. That's a difficult name. Bro, I've been seeing your Celeste clone stuff. Cool, thank you. Windows is shit. Like completely shit. The docs are also really bad. What happened with your plan? Do you make sure you are ready? Are you sure you're ready for the kid? Or you mean the plants on the table? Listen, okay? Plants can't survive in this flat because there's no sunlight coming in from the outside. That's just how it is. Let me double check. I feel like I'm a bit too bright on my face and I hate that. Do I look good, guys? Rate me. 1 out of... not 1 out of 10. Rate me out of 10. Like the camera.
Am I so out of touch? No.
Am I too bright?
Just subscribe.
My man, Schlabbermam. Thank you so much, bro.
Years.
So yeah, hey guys. If you have another punishment here for when I die in Dark Souls and like don't collect souls, that seems to be okay, right? If I die and then I lost a bunch of souls, I'm not allowed to collect them, right? That seems to be good. It's a punishment, right? So if you guys have any other punishments, then you will pick up your souls by mistake 100%. I see. There she is. Blame her. It's her fault. It's all her fault. Anyways, I've been doing some little bit of coding off stream. What did I even do? Oh yeah, I fixed the bug where the skeletons got the damage from the abilities at all times. You know, if I had a poison ability, this guy would get poison damage onto him, right? And if I had fire ability, he would get fire damage onto him. But I fixed that off stream. It was a little bit of a bug. I have a question for you guys. Maybe you can solve this. Like, we talked about this in the Odin video, right? I find this very interesting. It's in game.h. I created myself a structure called stats, right? And you can see that I give stats an operator plus, okay? And now, essentially the problem was, before I had this, I would just add the incoming stats to the base values, right? And to the values. You know, using the incoming stats. That's what I would do. And then I would return a value of this, right? But if I did it like this, right? Without this, actually, right? Without this. If I did it like this, then... let's say I have an entity pointer that holds stats and I do the plus operator with other stats. I'm changing the stats of the entity because of this. You know what I mean? So what I had to do essentially is create a copy on the stack of the stats here. Then do the addition, and then return the stats. Can anyone follow what I'm talking about? Is anyone even smart enough to follow what I'm talking about here? Except for Real Super Cool, of course. He's always smart enough. You know what I mean? So, like, is this the proper way to do it when you add two structures together that are built by yourself? I didn't listen, smiley face. Okay, I mean, expecting Twitch chat to listen is like, children need sunlight too, though. Yeah, I'm gonna go out with my girl. Of course. Gonna, you know, have some nice strolls in the park. Right next, we have a graveyard to us. I'm gonna go take a stroll there with her. Hello, Prodigy Art. Good morning, bro. How's it going, man? Anyway, so, yeah. I fixed that. The plus issue. A graveyard. Graveyards are cool. Yeah, it's a short graveyard, and then there's some really cool river with, you know, trees left and right. It's really nice. My wife doesn't like it too much because of the graveyard, but I like it. All right, so guys, I'm about to leave. For about half an hour, okay? Cakez raising a goth girl? No, she's gonna be a gamer and programming girl, 100%. And she's gonna watch Dragon Ball. Like, I need to, like, strategically place the environment correctly so that she can watch Dragon Ball. And she needs to play Minecraft too. Needs to build that brain up, right? The building brain. And I need to buy Lego pieces. Oh, I still have Lego pieces on my own, right? Birthday cake. The redstone brain, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave a message on screen for you guys. This will be how many devs we have later. Right. I'm gonna put this message here. Quick, be right back. Wife. Bringing wife away. Right, do you guys have a video that we could watch? An interesting video, maybe? I had the Dark Souls shit open yesterday to test it, yeah. But I didn't play. I didn't create any character or anything. On the Night's Watch. Elden Ring. So, do you guys have any video, maybe? Clips. Limao. Liar. Yeah, I'm a liar. I'm sorry. We could watch this. Okay. Let me see. Forgotten Unit. 50 minutes. It's a bit long, but it seems to be interesting. You guys want to watch this? The Forgotten Unit? What about this? I think this is more interesting. It's only 19 minutes. I need to do a playlist. This one and then maybe... Wait, I have an idea. Save. To... AFK. And then we put this in there. There we go. And then I need to click on AFK. No, not liked videos. Are you stupid?
Welcome back to the
No, not here. Playlists. And then we go for AFK. All right. Anti-cheat and speed typing. Yeah. Let me see. Does everything... Hopefully everything fits here. All right, guys. I'll see you all in a second, okay? I'm very sorry about this. This is my wife's fault. Essentially. It's her fault. Yeah. Just her fault. See you later. Peace.
Wait a minute. One time, Marilyn, we had a woman on who claimed to be the world's fastest typist. And it turned out she was not the world's fastest typist. So forgive me if I'm a little skeptical.
Hello, you absolute legends. Who is the fastest typist in the world? Currently, the unofficial champion is a 16-year-old that goes by the name Mythical Rocket. On June 7, he became the first person to successfully sustain a speed of 300 words per minute over a 15-second period. This is incredible, and is 20 words per minute faster than anyone else has ever achieved. And I figured that seeing as I knew nothing about competitive speed typing, I'd research it and possibly do a video about it. I wanted to know the history of speed typing, and if there are any official records for it, or some kind of adjudicating body. And in my search for speed typing lore, there was one particular name that seemed to be widely accepted as the fastest typist ever. This was a lady called Barbara Blackburn, and she's almost certainly the most famous typist that's ever existed. In the 80s, she rose to prominence as the fastest typist in the world, even appearing on David Letterman's late night show. So, how fast could Barbara type? Well, according to her Wikipedia page, and tons of other sources, Barbara could type at 212 words per minute. This is pretty fast, but admittedly, in modern times, many typists have surpassed this speed. Still, Barbara Blackburn is constantly cited as the fastest typist ever to this very day, and her benchmark of 212 is often said to be the fastest ever achieved. but did this achievement actually happen? Is it possible that this claim was entirely made up? And for the past 40 years, people have been parroting this over and over again until it just became accepted as fact. Well, in my opinion, not only is it possible, but it's almost certain that this 212 words per minute claim is just a complete fabrication. In my research, I uncovered one of the most insane cases of Chinese whispers I've ever seen, where one seemingly obscure incorrect claim turned into a 40-year fable that everyone still believes today. It is utterly fascinating how this bizarre record got spun so many different ways by people who have no idea what they are talking about. And in this video, you are going to be shocked at just how much misinformation was spread because of one dubious sentence uttered 4 decades ago. So come with me down this weird rabbit hole, and let's find out if Barbara Blackburn really is as fast as everyone claims. I really hope you enjoy. Now, legends, this incredible new study out of Harvard has just proven that people are 69% more attractive if they play Raid Shadow Legends. And that just makes sense. With over 700 champions, an awesome combat system, and years worth of content, who wouldn't date someone who played Raid? Recently, I've been playing in the new Live Arena, where you can fight against other players in real time. It's been heaps of fun, and here are my top 3 champions that I like to use. The first is Arbiter, who speeds up your entire team. The second is Lydia, who lowers the opponent's defense and stops them from reviving, and third is Mashaled, who provides awesome crowd control and damage. Raid's epic new series Call of the Arbiter is now in full swing, and to celebrate, Raid is adding some new characters from the series as champions. The first is Artak, an Orc warlord. This legendary champion will be available to everyone for free. All you need to do is log into Raid for 7 days between now and July 24th. So if you haven't started playing yet, it's never too late. Just use my link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get amazing bonuses, including the epic champion Talia and much more. Again, just click my link in the description and I will see you in the arena.
She is a grandmother. She is all the way from Salem, Oregon. And this woman is the fastest typist in the entire world. Please welcome Barbara Blackburn.
In 1985, Barbara Blackburn appeared on David Letterman, hailed as the fastest typist in the world. During this interview, David asked Barbara how she knew that she was the fastest, and Barbara responded saying that she knew this because Guinness World Records said so.
So how do you know you're the world's fastest?
The Guinness book has made the comment that I am the fastest on the Dvorak keyboard.
Immediately, my spidey senses began tingling, because as we all know, Guinness World Records are a complete joke, and don't know anything about anything. Barbara was featured in the Guinness Book of World Records, though, from 1976 to 1985. In her first appearance, it stated that she had sustained speeds of 170 words per minute, though in the other appearances after this up until 1985, it also said that she had achieved a speed of 150 words per minute over a 50-minute period. It's important to note that typing speeds are always calculated over a specific amount of time. For example, either 15 seconds, 60 seconds, 30 minutes, or an hour. Claim of 150 words per minute over 50 minutes makes sense, but just saying that she can type at 170 words per minute doesn't mean anything, unless you know the time period that it was calculated over. 1985 was the last time Barbara would appear in a Guinness World Records book, and after she was removed, her record would be replaced with a message saying that records on electric or computer-driven typewriters cannot be compared with any accuracy. What's interesting, however, is that none of the Guinness books that Barbara appeared in actually said that she typed at 212 words per minute. This is truly shocking, because this is not what I was told by countless sources. Let's go through just some of them and try to find out where this 212 claim originated from. In the 2020 book Extra Hour, it says the world record held by Barbara Blackburn is 212 words per minute. In the 2017 book How the Body Knows Its Mind, it says that Barbara holds the 2005 Guinness World Record for the fastest English language typing speed. Though typing speed doesn't even appear in this edition at all, let alone Barbara. And mind you, in 2005, Barbara would have been 85 years old at the time, which would be a very strange age to reach her peak performance. Honestly, it was already strange that a 65-year-old was considered the fastest typist back in 1985. In a 2016 book titled Peak, it says that you can find Barbara in the Guinness Book, again mentioning the 212 claim. A 2007 book called Mixed Emulsions even provides a handy timeline, which says that in 2005, Barbara clocked in at 212 words per minute, the fastest ever according to Guinness. In the 2006 book Making Millions, it again repeats the claim, again citing Guinness. In another 2006 publication, it was stated that the fastest typing speed ever was 212, set back in the 40s. Its source was an article written by Bob Ranger. This article was written in 1997. In this article, which Barbara's Wikipedia page heavily relies upon as a source, it says that she could type at 212 words and even gives the exact Guinness book it supposedly appears in, being the 1985 edition. But alas, when I read the book, the 212 claim just isn't there. Bob also claimed that Barbara was in the Guinness Book for 14 years, which again is just simply not true. What's also interesting is that this article is copyrighted to both Robert Ranger and Barbara Blackburn, seemingly indicating that she helped write it. Despite its demonstrably false claims, this article has been cited many times in various papers, all proclaiming the fastest typing speed ever to be 212 words per minute. I was totally confused why so many people were saying this 212 claim was in a Guinness book when it just isn't. And not only that, but the date kept shifting back and forth between 1985, 2005, and the 40s, and I had no idea why. I was determined to find the answer, and I knew that if there was anyone who'd be able to answer this question for me, it would be the most well-known typist in modern history, Sean Rona. Sean was the first person to ever type at 220 words per minute, beating Barbara's benchmark, and he even wrote a book about the history of speed typing called Nerds Per Minute. In his book, he says that the 212 claim was mentioned in the last edition Barbara appeared in, which was the 1985 edition. I checked both the normal and the special edition versions of this year, and I knew that 212 wasn't in there. So I got in contact with Sean and asked if he could shed some light on where he saw it. Sean said that he would check his Guinness books to find out where it was, and when he returned a couple of hours later, what he said was shocking. He simply couldn't find it. He searched every book he had that featured Barbara, and the 212 claim wasn't there. Ultimately, he admitted that he simply must have been wrong. So if the 212 claim doesn't come from Guinness, and everyone was just repeating this claim because they heard it from someone else, where on earth did it actually come from? Well, I think I found the original source. In 1986, Glenn D'Alessandro published a paper discussing the implementation of the Dvorak keyboard layout. The standard keyboard layout that most of us use is the QWERTY layout, though many arrangements of letters have been created in an attempt to make typing more efficient. Likely the most used alternative is the Dvorak layout that was created in 1932. Barbara Blackburn was a Dvorak user and spokeswoman. Throughout her life, she acted as a Dvorak representative, touring the world, demonstrating its alleged benefits. In this 1986 paper, Glenn claims that Barbara is the world's fastest typist at 212 words per minute using the Dvorak keyboard. As its source for this, it cites bibliographic notes in Dvorak Development, issue 43, fall of 1985. Dvorak Development was a newsletter, but unfortunately, none exist online to check. However, all hope was not lost. I emailed the editor of that newsletter, Randy Cassingham, who, in an insane coincidence, was literally in the process of scanning old issues of Dvorak Development to preserve them. Honestly, what are the chances that 40 years after the release of an obscure newsletter, the editor is scanning it at the exact same time that I contacted them for a copy? In any case, the 212 claim doesn't appear in this issue, but the bibliographic notes point to a bunch of other sources. An interesting one is an LA Times article from January 1985, where Barbara states that she had just set a new world record with a speed of 196 words per minute. And it's worth noting, this is dated after the final Guinness book she appeared in, which all but confirms the 212 was certainly never in a Guinness book. None of this was making any sense. But then, after probing Randy a bit deeper, inquiring about the origins of the 212 claim, Randy sent me a snippet from a letter that Barbara had sent him in April of 1985. Here she says that using the master type tutorial program, which shows typing speed at the completion of each sentence, she had seen 212 words per minute come on screen. So it wasn't 212 words in a minute, it was 212 words per minute over the course of one sentence. To put that into perspective, when the current world record holder times himself for a single sentence, he can get speeds of over 400 words per minute. Then, in an article out of the Seattle Times in May of 1985, we see Barbara first make the 212 claim publicly. This is an article that also appears in the Dvorak Development bibliographical notes, and must have been what the 1986 paper I mentioned earlier used as their source. So basically, they just took Barbara's word for it with no evidence whatsoever. From here, the Chinese whispers took over. Barbara's obscure claim of seeing 212 words per minute appear on screen after one sentence became just a blanket statement of her having a typing speed of 212 words per minute. And then it became 212 words per minute according to the Guinness Book of World Records. And then in 2005, Barbara became the fastest English language typist in the world at 212 words per minute according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Despite being in her mid-60s and well beyond her prime, Barbara had instantly made a giant leap in typing speed, as only several months before the 212 claim became public, she was saying this on the David Letterman show.
And tell us, what is your best word per minute ratio?
I have typed 170 words a minute on minute timings. I have gotten up to 200 on computers.
No kidding, 200 words a minute.
However, this is likely just rounding up, because at the exact same time as this episode, she also said this.
You know, used to be I could barely type 150 words a minute. Still, it did get me in the Guinness Book of Records. Now I can do nearly 200 words a minute with my Apple IIc.
And in the same month again, she confirmed to the LA Times that her record was actually 196 words per minute. But was Barbara even that quick? What evidence do we have that she was a fast typer at all? Well, she was in the Guinness Book of World Records. Surely they timed her or something. Of course not. Guinness are complete morons, and the true story is that Barbara was never adjudicated by Guinness and provided no official evidence of her speed. In a 1977 St. Louis Post-Dispatch article, Barbara said that she never had any contact with Guinness, and the reason she was put in the book is because a man named Philip Davis, a Dvorak advocate who owned exclusive rights to the layout, wrote a letter to Guinness describing her skills. That's literally it. Some guy sent Guinness a letter saying that Barbara was the fastest typist in the world, so they put her in the book. Guinness even confirmed this themselves. The only concrete evidence we have of Barbara's typing skills is her appearance on David Letterman, where she typed approximately 70 words in 1 minute and had her hand in the wrong position, so most of the keystrokes were completely incorrect. Barbara claimed there was a hardware malfunction, but it was proven that she just had her hands on the wrong keys, a rookie mistake. After the disastrous Letterman appearance, Barbara was removed from the Guinness Book of World Records, and she essentially faded away into obscurity. However, the hyperbolic and inaccurate claims of Barbara Blackburn being the fastest typist ever have since persisted. And as I've shown, people keep making ridiculous and erroneous claims about what was even in the Guinness books or when she achieved this speed. Every time someone brings up Barbara, the story changes ever so slightly. In another 40 years, I'm sure Barbara will be typing at 300 words per minute and hold the Guinness record for fastest typist ever in the history of the multiverse. So why did this all happen, and why did Barbara rise to prominence? Well, Barbara met the creator of the Dvorak keyboard layout in 1938, and they became friends. After becoming embedded in the Dvorak inner circle, Barbara was basically used as a marketing tool to demonstrate how amazing the Dvorak system is. After the inventor of the Dvorak layout died in 1975, the new rights holder Philip Davis wrote to Guinness and got her into the book, despite Barbara never having done any official test. They used this Guinness World Record holder prestige to leverage Barbara into TV appearances in order to advertise the Dvorak keyboard.
Now, somebody was explaining to me that the original typing system was laid out just arbitrarily.
That's right.
And the system you're talking about was, there was some thought into what letters you use more often than other letters.
That is correct. It was scientifically developed by Dr. August Dvorak way back in 1932.
I love his work.
The entire thing was just a marketing stint, trying to popularize the QWERTY keyboard alternative, and the fact that Barbara was a Guinness World Record holder was pushed heavily everywhere to make her seem legitimate.
Her name is Barbara Blackburn. She is the world's fastest typist. In fact, she is entered here in the Guinness Book of World Records. She attains a speed of 170 words per minute using the Dvorak simplified keyboard system.
And in every news article, Barbara peddles the same story, that she failed typing with the QWERTY keyboard, but after switching to Dvorak, became the fastest in the world. It's all one big media push to bring awareness to the brand. I have to admit, they pulled it off pretty well, but it's not hard to manipulate the public like this when the world record adjudicator is so pathetically useless and corrupt. This whole concept of getting a Guinness World Record with no evidence and then using that world record to advertise yourself or your product has been done over and over again, and it's incredible to me that some people still think having a Guinness World Record means something. So how fast was Barbara really? Unfortunately, we will never know, but it certainly wasn't 212 words per minute as everyone claims. It's not unfathomable that she approached 200 words per minute, and I wouldn't entirely rule out the possibility that her actual claim of 196 words per minute is true, as these days, that kind of speed on a computer is relatively trivial. For example, the current fastest typist Mythical Rocket recently sustained a speed of 231 words per minute over an entire hour, which is absurd and tells you just how much further typing has come over the past 40 years. And what's interesting is that despite so many claims of the Dvorak keyboard being superior, Mythical Rocket set all of his records using the traditional QWERTY keyboard layout. Ultimately though, I am forced to be skeptical about any of Barbara's claims, as there is simply no evidence to support any of them, and there are so many lies being told that everything becomes suspicious. This doesn't appear to be entirely Barbara's fault, however. I don't doubt that she probably embellished the truth and overstated her speed, but the real culprits here are Guinness for putting her in the book in the first place, and the people who spread false claims without ever doing their due diligence. Never trust what you read without fact-checking for yourself. People always make mistakes, or even worse, intentionally lie in order to create a false narrative. And before you know it, you're on David Letterman making a fool out of yourself because everyone blindly accepted the fact that you're the best in the world at something. I hope you enjoyed this incredibly random expose, and if you want to know more about typing history, I suggest picking up a copy of Sean Rona's book, Nerds Per Minute. A big thanks to the users of my Discord who helped me in my research. It was really fun working with you, and a big thanks to Mythical Rocket for speaking with me as well. Thank you so much for watching, you legends. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.
Welcome back to the most professional StarCraft 2. I'm happy to introduce the proud owner of a barracks far more than halfway across the map. In the red, it's the Admiral, Gumiho. And not too far away, a hop, skip, and a jump up a Reaper cliff, we find the base of his Zerg opponent in the blue. It is Shin. A best of 3 TVZ. Starting off strong here on Post Youth, one of our new maps. And speaking of Post Youth, it'd be awesome if you could like and subscribe. And Jimmy, now it's not offensive if it's true. What? 1,290 likes on this series, on this cast, on this experience. And I'll cast another one. And I'll probably do it anyways. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you've had a good day so far. And hopefully it's about to get just a little bit better as Gumiho starts things off on our one of our more creative maps with an old school strategy. Post Youth has 2 bases essentially walled in by a single ramp, a mineral wall with 20 minerals apiece, so 4 trips, 1 for a mule, how convenient. But besides those Reaper cliffs, advertisements are everywhere, I would know. But Gumiho gets in, spots there's no roach for him. Just kind of keeps control of that. Well, sir, papers, please. Rude. Going to deny the third. There's really only one choice for a third base location on this map. So Gumiho may be able to delay for a few moments longer. I don't think he'll get the drone here. Didn't regen enough health. And there we go. But behind it, well, Gumiho already has 3 command centers back at home. Taking full advantage of the mixed pocket base here. The vulnerabilities of the 3CC are pretty much non-existent. Usually if you're going to get punished, it's on a map where your natural has either no ramp or essentially looking like this. The smaller ramp. But in this case, well, besides the relatively tiny rush distance, once you actually get to the other side of the map, it's almost impossible to get up there. So, not surprising to see them both sitting back and building up after that initial flirtation with aggression there with the early Reaper, but Gumiho clearly just looking to throw Shin off as opposed to throwing Shin down. Roach Warren on the way. A Viking is the choice. Sometimes a precursor to other more hidden and expensive tech, but oftentimes just a more economical choice. Drives the overlords away. A Banshee is the safest one, the lowest hanging in terms of the tech tree. Looks like that's where Gumiho's going now. Still leaving his options up. He's got 3 gases here. So he can get Cloak. Is this a fake? He's still building the Banshee. He's still getting Cloak, even after taking out the Overlord. Unfortunately, no fusion core or any dramatic transition here. And 2 engineering base. Now that's some greedy Terran right there. 3 CCs, Cloak, Banshee. He's going to have +1/+1 with like a grand total of 6 Marines. If he starts everything on time. As he floated the barracks back and is now built, well, he's built a tech lab and is getting stim with it. But otherwise, 2 engineering bays before even barracks 2 and 3. So Gumiho building up to this much later game economy and infrastructure, and Shin doing essentially the same thing. He built 5 or 6 roaches. 5. 3 more on the way. A lair in order to get an overseer relatively early to deal with that Banshee, which spore crawlers are a deterrent. Queens are a stronger and more spiteful deterrent, but the overseer is really the only way to take it out reasonably, especially if you ever want to move out on the field. But taking the gold base on the low ground there, an incredibly vulnerable location if your opponent has any units with which to attack it. And there's the Banshee right now, but yeah, there's only 2 Marines. So Gumiho limited to Hellions and the Banshee, and Roaches and Queens should be enough to defend that base right up until a tank push is put together, and I'm not the least bit surprised to see that as the choice. Aspire for Shin. Mutas? An interesting option. I was gonna send the Overseer in. Queens. Brenda, come back! Oh my! Oh no. Sorry. And this will confirm that it is indeed bio. Alright, so until this moment, Shin couldn't have been 100% sure. Could have gone either way. He saw 3 gases early, he saw Banshees. And didn't know whether he needed more roaches. Or, oh, did he just cancel the Spire? So cancels it at the last moment, trades it out for an infestation pit. A clear indicator of the thought process there. If it was mech, maybe Mass Road Ravager into a Muta swing, which, an interesting choice. Gumiho not getting combat shield. Is this one of those games where he looks at his Marines, like, really looks at them for the first time and says, oh yeah, I'm missing something? Or does it take a fight? The possibly the most forgotten upgrade in the game, Combat Shield, which is kind of surprising considering how obvious it is when it's completed. Adrenal Glands, I think, is the second most, but that one is a bit more forgivable, even though Shin seems to forget it about half it. Yeah, there we go. But no Combat Shields really takes a lot of the sustainability out of these pushes. Looks like Gumiho agrees. Instead of doing an all-out push, he's just going to set up the tanks back at home and send out a double drop. And Banshee's coming back for repair, traded out for the Marines and the medevacs. The Queen's on the edge. Everything's like a short jaunt across the street here in order to assault your neighbors, which, considering the men with drugs and guns dropping out of their personalized transports here, well, we're just like home. Melee missile attacks and ground carapace. I don't know why I say ground carapace. I guess it's called flyer carapace. I've never realized the upgrade's just called ground carapace. At this moment, I was today years old when I realized it actually just says ground carapace, which, again, makes sense. There's air carapace as well. Or maybe it's flyer. Either way. Not really important. But we filled another 20 seconds of time. And now the hive is finished. With Vipers and an Ultraless Cavern on the way. A bold move. He's going to unlock the Watchtower. We got to do a little bit of... there's a whole... In this new map pool, there's a lot of rocks that need to be unearthed in order to unlock key parts of the map, like the Watchtower itself. But Gumio takes it out. Vehicle weapons level 1, mech weapons. I don't know, actually, vehicle. I guess technically accurate as well. Getting real technical today. Right. Tank push continuing forward. Vipers, I assume, gathering energy somewhere nearby. And going to be critical in dismantling this push. The spread, I can't believe it's not butter here. The upgrades, 2-2, already completed, giving Gumio a decisive upgrade advantage. And he's closing in on the gold base. Shin. Looks like he's just going to give it up. Where are the Vipers? They have full energy. He's got a lot of banelings on the field, 37, 9 more in production. But the rocks make it a difficult engagement angle. Those are siege tanks on the high ground there. Adrenal glands, good to see. Also finishing. Chitinous plating on the way. Shin just didn't feel like he had the upgrades or the unit composition to deal with that. And now, working on the counterattack. Drags a surprising amount of Gumiho's units out of the way. Might use this opportunity to just jump on the army out of the map. The siege tanks, still there.
Uh-oh. What happened to penis?
Around. Those Vipers have several blinding clouds or abducts. Goes for one. Gets a second. Banelings rolling up. Marauders at the front to tank. The siege tank line runs deep, though. And all the Viper energy used. Doesn't even get the second tank, so a bit of a misfire on that engagement. Ghost on the way. Nuclear missile is in production, just kind of casually. Did he go nuke before Ghost Cloak? I believe so, because that's Banshee Cloak. The Terrans are very lazy. They have the same icon for both flavors of cloaking. They make you pay extra to reuse the same cloaking device, but on a Ghost. But that is Gumiho in a nutshell. Nuke first, cloak later. Walk softly and carry a big weapon of mass destruction. Corrosive Biles go up, Banshee goes down. Can't explain that. 2 more factories on the way. Looks like he wants to do a mass tank, like a Viking. Getting consistent with those Biles. Ultra speed about to complete. Caduceus Reactor. Gumiho went Fusion Core for Caduceus Reactor. Beautiful. Gets that double energy regen on the medevacs. The tank's kind of abandoned over here as the Ultra's moving forward. But the Ghosts are out. Vipers have plenty of energy. The reinforcements are a little out of position for Gumiho. As most of the medevacs on the wrong side, but filtering through the metro area of these command centers is incredibly difficult for this bulky Zerg army. This ain't Core Hall. Was it Core Hall? Whichever one in the cinematic. You know what I'm talking about. But unfortunately, no open square to overrun the siege tanks this time. They should have hidden behind the factories. Wouldn't have looked this dramatic, though. Meanwhile, though, Gumiho, ripping through EMP, knocks out all the energy on those Vipers. Melee attacks level 2 is done, but so is the base at the front. Another Ultra charging forward. Banelings get a big chunk on the left flank. Gumiho scrambles to defend. Corrosive Biles landing across the board as well. Reinforcements streaming forward. Gumiho maintains the momentum. But his medevacs, well, now starting to heal things up. More Ultras pop out. Infestation Pit itself could be taken out. It's bleeding out as it is. Goes to the low ground, get a couple snipes, but out of energy to deal with the rest of the Ultras. And the Queens are pulling off the line in order to bring the Ultras back up to something resembling full HP. Why can the Terran... I don't want to talk about the Terran medics flying, alright? I know what you're going to say, and we've been over this, alright? We just don't, okay? But they can fly and heal at the same time. We can't even heal. Not even, like, at a regular base. How many times? I don't... The ghosts are saved. Just Marauders left over. A bit beefier to deal with the Ultras. The planetary not quite done yet as the Ultras close in, streaming through onto the tank. Meanwhile, the Bio Army at the back, parasitic bomb onto the medevacs and a single Ultralisk will chew through. The Zerglings kind of get out in front. There's not a single Marauder with this army, and the Herolisk is cleaving the Marines off the map. And the Ultras at the front are still chewing through. Will finally be taken out, but both players are battered down to 125 or so supply. He's chasing down the army with the Bio in the midfield. Gumiho 145 to Shin's 130. But the Ultras, those meat shields, just covering for everything. And Gumiho does not have enough ghosts to go around. He's down to one. That one ghost snipes out. The near fall energy Viper, though, about the most valuable thing it could do. The medevac's still trying to heal, but the reinforcement's somewhat cut off. Gumiho continuing to muster his forces. Lands another orbital on the goal. Baneling's rolling in, gets a good target, but there's more behind it.
That burn proliferation, not taken a, not even close to it. No,
of his own design, and Gumiho gets smashed by the Banelings. Most of the Marines evaporated, the Marauders melted, and everything else chopped to pieces by the fully upgraded Ultras. It's weird to see a mere mortal face the Ultralisk, but indeed here we have. He drops the mules onto the gold, which they don't mind extra, but having that extra income at all. But another orbital command forced to lift, almost taken out by corrosive bow. Another drop on the left side. The Zerglings aren't going to be enough. The Ultralisk should be. A few drones might go down. Gumiho drops with a massive amount of his medevacs and significantly less than you'd expect Marines and Marauders, but he takes out the Ultralisk on the way over. And Gumiho right now dropping mules left, right, and center will drag the income back into his favor, at least temporarily. He's only down 12 workers. He's got 11 mules on the field right now. There are 11 medevacs as well. He's mining to the... Even the mules are running away. Still, most of their lives. I don't even think they've returned any minerals yet, so... 3 ghosts in production, but the game has slowed down as the economy could no longer support this level of attrition. So far, Shin has lost 6,000 more minerals and 2,000 more gas, and he hasn't quite made enough to make up that deficit. Another wave of corrosive bells almost taken out the base, but it's +2 melee, +1 ranged attack, and only +3 carapace, up against 3-3-2. Even though Gumiho, he's only got 3 tanks, but double Liberator and a siege tank should keep this base well enough protected. The Zerglings, oh my god, big Gabe over here. Hero Marine picked up into the medevac. Will drag the entire Zerg army back. That's how intimidating he is. The gravitas. The infestation pit will be rebuilt. Shin did maintain his hive, very, very importantly. But I think he's realizing that infestors are going to be kind of a required option as time goes on. Gold base hit again, but the ghosts around the corner actually get off some snipes. Oh no! Get off my creep! The Hero Marine goes down.
Oh boy.
Immediately upon rebuilding the infestation pit, gets burrowed, gets 4 infestors.
How long?
Lock down the Terran army.
30 minutes?
A bunch of medevacs. Does he have advanced ballistics? No. That fusion core has been done for quite a while, but he actually only
What the fuck is with the audio?
Reactor. That Liberator doesn't actually have vision. It doesn't have quite as much vision as it can
Morgan
shoot.
Gigabitch.
So if he scans there, he could actually see
morning.
those drones. Potentially take them out, but it's a bit of an odd situation. Ultra's getting chased down.
We were watching StarCraft matches? What? Get the douche out of the screen. Ah, fuck you. No Döner Kebab McDonald's, what happened? Obviously not. So what was this good? Was she lying? Actually, don't tell me. I wanna watch it myself. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss anything from Discord? We're gonna start with now the actual stream is starting. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm very sorry about that. Bro left and let the iPad babysit us retards. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to bring my wife to the swimming center. She has like insane back pain, and that helps with that a little bit. And she was late. Car videos are good? Yeah, they are. They're 100%. They are 100% good. Let's see here. That's you guys just talking, right? Renaissance socks. X86 needs to die. Yeah. I've seen. I have not seen that, but I've seen the thumbnail. Twitch ad solutions. Oh, is this like a? Is this an ad blocker? Hey, am I offline? Don't open it on stream. What is this? Is this bad? Am I supposed to? Oh, holy shit. Clown, fuck you, bitch. There you go, fuck you. Okay. Good morning, Cakes. Good morning, Sully the cat. Okay, guys. Let us do some look coding. So essentially yesterday we were talking about hitboxes. And this is what I have at the moment. These guys' hitboxes are a little bit off. And what I want to do is 5 minutes of fun, aka make these hitboxes, place them correctly. And then also change how damage is calculated and how stuff deals damage in terms of thinking about collision detection. So for example, a circular AoE should hit this guy at some point, but for that the hitbox needs to be a bit further down. So for example, I think I have it in the skeleton here. This hitbox would also be present in the skeleton boner. Like if we take a look and update this now, then this hitbox should move down and should be a little bit more squashed. Let's see here. Once it builds. Did he just downvote himself for revenge? Downvoting himself? It's supposed to be a downvote to the downvote, but I can't do that. Yeah, you see how the hitbox just got a little smaller? That's essentially what I want. It's never going to be perfect in my tower defense game, unfortunately. But I think this is good enough, right? And then we can get rid of this ground collider radius. We don't use this at all. Right, I'm gonna delete this in a second. I'm just gonna update the other skeletons first. And then everything just has one collider. I think that's better. I think that's the last skeleton, and then we have the wizard. Yeah, after that we have the wizard. Yeah, because currently it looks like nothing is dealing damage. I think I... Oh, wow. It looks like these stats are not being calculated correctly. Oh my god. Oh no! A code in green, my man. Good morning. Stair, hello there. Activate ability. Oh man, like this stats problem is really annoying. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's activating a poison cloud ability. Hello, good morning. How are you doing, bro? Thanks for the raid. What have you been doing? What have you been up to? Yeah, let's find out how much poison damage this has. We have 0 poison damage, which is weird. Because I'm adding it to one another. Ah! I forgot to return the stats. Scene graph in Vulkan engine. You have a picture of that? What does that mean? I have heard this name, scene graph, along many times, but I have never understood what that actually means. What is a scene graph? I know it's used a lot in rendering. Is it like a picture for how the rendering works in your game? Is that how it works? Oh, now it works. Cool. Interesting. Awesome. Okay, we got that now. And these are the AoE circles of the ability, which I think is a little too high. Should be half as much, actually. Wonder where that comes from. Shouldn't they toss their bones? Yeah, they should. It looks like I am not implementing that correctly at the moment, but I will implement it in a second. Yeah. I'm working on it. Like I changed the stat system so much that the game is just broken at the moment. And so unfortunately, in order to get my first 5 minutes, I have to fix all of these gameplay bugs, right? Unfortunately. But I guess I know that this is for the better, because when I have this in place, it is going to be a rigid system that is extendable. And then we can just work on more and more abilities, which is obviously the main goal, right? Just the structure on hierarchical nodes, like the position of the parent affecting the children and so on, was just setting up a simple one so that I could start moving stuff around. But then then the kid woke up. Okay, can you like draw me a picture of that if you want? Like if you have, I guess you don't have time, but I never understood this at all. Like scene graph? Totally don't understand. Hello Phil, good morning. All Mahlzeit, hello bro. Excuse me. Yo, Cakez. Hello, Mr. Shabib. Good morning. You know the node structure in Godot? Yeah. It's essentially that. Why is it called scene graph then and not node? So you were implementing a node. So essentially, and then there could be a child of a node that is also a node. And then if you move the parent node, it moves the child node. Right? A graph is made of nodes and connections. Do you mean by scene graph essentially this? To the left here? What I'm doing here? Do you mean this? A visualization of what is in your scene? And who is the parent and child? Like, for example, the source folder is the parent of the, I guess, what is inside of the folder? You probably have it too. No, I don't. Actually, I don't. I don't have a child-parent relationship in my game at all. I just use IDs to reference stuff. I don't have this at all. I might need this in the future, but at the moment I don't. Let's see. Not the visualization, but the structure itself. What is that used for? Okay, how are you? I'm good. How about you, bro, Mr. Shabib? We're going to play Dark Souls today. We're gonna play Dark Souls today. I can't wait. But I gotta get a little bit of progress done here first. Very important. Can ability be activated? Let me see. Activate ability. Blah, 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 blah. Stats 2. Can't wait for Dark Souls. Wikipedia says the scene graph is for modern computer games, so no need for you to know. But shut your mouth, bitch. Every time you die, we get to throw away one of your items. No, that would be too punishing, bro. It's my first time playing it. I don't know how difficult the game is. You know how many times I died to Margot on the bridge? When I first played Elden Ring, I was stuck on the bridge for, I think, 8 hours. I was banging my head against the wall until I could do the boss in my sleep. Aren't you a god gamer? Yeah, but that was my first Souls game. Elden Ring was actually my very first Souls game. Let's do 10 devs. I think Dark Souls is a bit easier than Elden Ring, really. I'm fine, just waiting for my physics midterm. Okay, what is that? What is a midterm? Man, I don't know so many words. What is a midterm? Is it like some sort of test? That you get like I guess an exam? Yeah, an exam. You're waiting for it to arrive at your desk so you can start, and you're watching a stream. No! No! All right. It is time to fix the poison cloud. Fix it. It says AoE is 64, which is a lot.
Control.
Oh wow, that's
and then
loud.
I search for minus. There we go. Okay, so let's try this again. God damn it!
Shijiman, my man, good morning. No Sigma arrive? Wait, we don't have Sigma arrive? Hey guys, what happened to Sigma arrive? Can someone check that? Like, why don't we have Sigma arrive? Huh? Excuse me. AoE radius, I guess it's 64. And here I'm drawing a quad using the AoE radius. Hey, my man, real super good, thank you. It's Sigma left. Good morning. Hey, AQ, good morning. And Shijiman, good morning, you guys. Nice. I have a question. Can someone explain something to me? Or, yeah, we had this question in the past, right? What is AoE, if you guys remember? So essentially, if I have a circle, right? And the diameter of that circle, is this AoE? I'm so bad. Is this AoE? Or is this AoE? Is it the radius or is it the diameter? Which one is it? Area of effect? Yeah, AoE doesn't have fall off, splash damage does. Cakes, we have 7 emote slots left out of 1000. Holy, what the fuck? Who added all of those emote slots? AoE is area, as abbreviation implies. So area, yeah, okay. But if I have an area of 64, I bet it was push. Yeah, I think it was push actually. I think so too. The diameter. So it is the diameter. One of those should be silicate. Should be a silicate. So what you guys are implying, the area of effect is a diameter. Usually this is radius, not diameter. You sure? So guys, what is AoE? Is it the diameter or the radius? You know what? I'm gonna Google this. Maybe someone on the internet had that question too. Is AoE radius or diameter? Why is AoE some 5th edition dungeons? Area of effect, radius or diameter? The helper. Okay, the helper.net. Why use radius? So I'm wondering, for instance, is in Fan of Knives spell, the in the editor there's stat area of effect. Is the number there represents... Oh my god. Like this English, I'm tripping over it. Is the number there represented as a radius or a diameter? Sorry if this has been asked before. Should be radius if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm quite sure it's diameter. Okay, 2 answers. Cool. Yes. You have another rep then. Wait. I'm pretty sure it's radius. What is it now,
How's it
man?
going, my dude?
Is it diameter or radius? Take auras for example. They have an area of effect of 900. If 900 were diameter, then the radius would affect all units in a 450 radius, which would be far too less. As comparison, ranged heroes have an attack range of 600. Ha! So, excuse me, area of effect is in fact radius. No way, how can people on this forum create many fantastic spells, yet they don't know whether AoE is radius or diameter? Yeah, because no one ever really asked that question, I think. Radius is distance. What everyone wants to know, and it's intuitive. Google how to pronounce diameter too. Diameter is the full width, radius is the half width. Oh, really, good cheeseburgers? I didn't know that. It is actually half the width of a circle? Bruh. It's radius and 2pi explained why. Don't believe us? Then try it out then. You get the same result. Okay, so I suppose it's radius. Okay, we figured it out. It is radius. Cool. Which means... Holy shit, then 64 is a bit too much, actually. If we... Wait. If it's triggered, then we do a damaging area using the AoE radius. Yeah. And over here, we need to draw the bubbles in an 80 AoE radius multiplied by 2.4. I'm gonna do it exactly like in Vampire Survivors. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, in Vampire Survivors, guys, what was the spell call again? Vampire Survivors, not Bible. What did we search yesterday? The poison thing from the top. What is it called again, guys? Anyone remembers that? Santa Water. Thank you so much. Santa Water. Yeah, we need that. Santa Water, Vampire Survivors Wiki. I want an image of that. Where's one that is not like completely... I guess here? Yeah, this one is a good image. You see how the flames of the Santa water are bigger than the actual area of effect? I think the way this works is that units only start taking damage once they see the circle here. Is that correct? Once they enter the circle here. So essentially what I'm trying to do here is make the bubbles spawn outside of the AoE radius, while also being inside, right? Which is why it's 2.4. Radius times 2 because I need a diameter here. Wait, random radius. Let me think. Is it 1.4 actually? If it's a random radius, then this one's correct. But over here... Wait, I'm already drawing this times 2. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Ah! Shit. No! No, yeah. Over here? I'm already multiplying it by 2. Hä? Cakez, when you think of increasing AoE, which comes first in your mind? I want to reach further too. I want to cover a larger area. Both, actually. Rebel. Just use circumference to piss the player off. Waterfall, moin, hey Celsius issue, good morning. I think this is wrong, actually. Like, it actually doesn't work. The poison cloud is too small. God damn it. I have an idea. Do we have a sprite ID? -1 slot. Sprite white. I guess if we have a sprite white. Wait. Damaging area. Hey, stop. Don't do that. And then we put, where's the sprite? By default, I put this to sprite white. Essentially, sprite white would be invisible. I don't want you to draw anything. Why am I doing this? Well, because some skills or some active skills need to be... I don't like that it's so disconnected, actually. A damaging area is the same as an active ability, actually. I think it's actually the same, to be honest. The old Sigma Arrive was removed from 7TV apparently. Why? Why would they do that? Lol. So essentially what I'm working on right now is the following. Let me explain to you guys. Maybe you guys have an idea and can follow along a little bit better. You see those two big circles. These are poison clouds, right? That's an ability this guy activates on his own. You know, every time it's off cooldown. Doesn't cost anything, just costs time to wait. And then enemies inside of the poison, you see how they take 15 damage every couple of, I don't know, milliseconds, right? It has a tick rate of some amount of time. And I decided to model this in the game in a way where I create what I call a damaging area that lasts for a couple of seconds and then has a DPS associated with it and a damage type and how long it lasts. So essentially what I have is, okay, I have 500 DPS. I have, I last 5 seconds and then I tick every second. So every second I deal 500 damage. That's essentially the idea of a damaging area, right? And that damaging area, you can see here, does exactly that. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is I also have other types of abilities that are active abilities, if that makes sense. So, for example, I can give you guys a sneak peek here. Wait, let's add another ability here. We have a skill that shoots arrows from the air. I call it arrow rain. And it's tier 0. I should put it on tier 1, then I can train it. Usually a tier 0 means this is the first set of abilities, then tier 1 means that's the next one you can train. So essentially when I click on this guy here at the bottom, can you actually see that? Let me double check. You can. Here at the bottom, you can see the plus icon to add another ability, and then arrow rain shows up. This is an active ability that shoots arrows down over time that explode. Right, same idea, just have to wait for time and has a cooldown of 9 seconds. And it shoots arrows from the air over 3 seconds. You can see right now, just need to wait a bit. Let's save this really quickly. I wonder which one he's using first. Probably the poison cloud. Let's see. Yeah, it does the poison cloud first. They take damage. And now he's using the arrow rain, and that will shoot a bunch of arrows in the air that blast down and deal AoE damage whenever they hit, like this. Boof. They all explode. Boom. See that? That's the idea. And so basically, it's an ability over time that does stuff over time. Right? And the damaging area is the same thing. It does damage over time. And so maybe I just should call these active abilities over time, and that's it. Because right now, damaging areas don't really have much of... I don't know. They don't really have much of a... Just 2 applications, actually. You know? I feel like they are... They don't make much sense, to be honest. The only thing a damaging area has is this tick rate here. I think that for each of these areas, dots, you should approach it from an angle letting your game system calculate the time it needs to cause exactly 1 HP of damage. What? Huh? Calculate? Yeah. 100%. I have an idea. Actually, I have a cool idea. I'm going to remove this, but I keep like the tick rate. Let's see. Do I still have the... No? Yeah, wait. Here, active ability. I'm not going to, create a damaging area of, Sprite Poison Cloud. I'm just going to draw the bubbles. I'm drawing... What is this, by the way? Yeah, I'm gonna draw the poison cloud, and then I just deal damage over time, whenever it's active. I do the same thing. Let's mark this here. Mark this as A, and then we go over to update and draw damaging areas over here. And we steal the code from the tick rate. This tick rate thing. We steal that, and let's mark this as B so that we can jump between the two. So essentially we draw the cloud, and at the top here we have deal damage. Let's check this. Deal tick damage. And so maybe I can have this deal tick damage inside of a function at some point, right? You just supply a timer and a tick rate, and then it would deal damage based on whatever, right? Damage type. Do we actually need that? Hit type, stats. We just supply stats and target components. Yeah. But let's first see. Okay, we need a timer. Which I suppose we... I see. An active ability would need a timer then. Let me see. Let's do some checking here on the active ability. Man, it feels good to be bad. What do we have? We have lerp time. We have a duration. I think we can do a union here. And then put the lerp time in the union and also call it tick timer. Maybe. I don't know. But then we have two names for the same thing. So essentially when we are doing the poison cloud, we not only increase... Wait, is it at the top here actually? Let's see. Maybe I just call it tick timer. Yeah, this active ability thing is really big. Some stuff doesn't make much sense anymore. But let's see. Spike data. Yeah, this spike data, for example, here. Dog shit, right? But we'll figure this out later. I'm gonna do this off stream. That's more technical. Okay, so we have the time plus equals delta time here. And then let's mark this as I guess. And then we do active ability. What was it called? Lerp. Draw the circle. What is this? In the healing circle. If it's bigger than this. Huh, interesting. Okay. Poison cloud. It also has lerp time here. For the bubbles. I see. So we have a second timer. To spawn bubbles. Okay. So I guess I need a third timer on the active ability. If I want to have it like tick. So I guess we need to do it like this. Maybe it's a bit too much data, but let's see. Explosion timer. Explosion count. Spike count. Yeah, I'm gonna clean this up later. We're gonna do it like this though. Tick rate. Okay, what is the tick rate that I supply? Over here we have a flow tick rate of 0.5. Gonna put this as const at the top. Const. By the way, guys, can you supply, I guess you can, right? A const to a non-const function? Tick rate of 0.5. Yeah. Okay. Now that we have the tick rate here, I'm just gonna update this if check. This would be the active ability timer. If it's bigger than the tick rate, then we do active ability tick timer. Tick timer minus equals tick rate. There we go. We don't need a damage type. We already have the stats, I think, right? Don't we have the stats here? Poison DPS. Yeah, can't we just deal... We get poison DPS? Excuse me. Oh, this has a very interesting side effect. Guys, I have a question. Actually, no, I don't have a question. Because it's the same thing in PoE. You know how you can place down AoE effects in games? And let's say you have placed down this effect, and then you get a buff on yourself, and then all of a sudden this AoE effect that you have placed down deals twice as much damage because your buff gave you twice as much damage too. You know that? Have you ever encountered that in games? What I'm programming right now will have this side effect, essentially. Because I'm calculating how much damage I do every frame. And if I get a buff on my player, that will result in more damage here. Damn son, is that good? Cakes, you never doubled your damage in PoE before? Shut the fuck up, bitch. Fuck you. Oi. Do I even need poison DPS? Oh, I see. I need new stats. That just deal poison damage, I guess. AoE circle would be... it's the AoE radius. Right. Target location. It's a bit difficult to merge that or to move that over. Active ability. No, active ability, target location. There we go. Put that here. The target components. Yeah. Active ability, target components. What time is Dark Souls remastered? In a couple of minutes. I wanna play like for half an hour PoE. Just to get some PoE in. Or maybe we'll skip PoE today, we'll see. Depending on how long... what hit type do I add here actually? I suppose it's hit type impact, right? Fuck PoE, just do Dark Souls, fuck PoE. I wanna play about an hour of Dark Souls. Maybe an hour and a half. Not too much. Otherwise, the video will just get too long as well. I don't want it too long, so I wanna like have full... Kill the audience after Dark Souls. Okay, we can do it like this. We do Dark Souls first, and then I move over to PoE to farm a little bit. Yeah, that's a good idea, Shade11, actually. Yeah, smart. Bro, my man. Okay, so... Few. I think what we can do here... do I need the stats further down below? I don't think I do. Okay. Let me see here. Stat poison damage. And then that would be the poison DPS. Multiplied by the tick rate. And then we would deal AoE damage based on that. And we don't create a damaging area. Ever. Let's see if this works. I essentially... Oh, I added in data, so I have to restart the entire engine. Because whenever I change data in my game, I can't leave the game running. I need to reallocate the data properly. I wonder if it's possible to have data changes and hotcode reloading at the same time. I wonder if that is actually possible. Also, guys, I just have a question. Warning. PDB was not found with a free type lib or at linking object as if no debug info. Can I get rid of these warnings? Like, what does this mean? Has anyone ever encountered this? It seems like I'm building the game with debug information, and maybe free type doesn't like that. Something like this. I don't like this song. It's a bit annoying. Alright, let's test. You don't know either, isn't right? Let's see. Poison... Oh yeah, actually I need to skill Poison Cloud. Lol. Hey, is this all programmed in C++? Yes, it is, sir. Skippy Blender. Good morning. Yes, sir. Cakes, some feedback added. Feedback? What do you mean at Cakes? Some feedback added. Maybe the tick timer is not increased. Yeah. Basically, active ability tick timer plus equals delta time. Well, I wasn't doing this. Now I should. Now it should deal damage, but the poison cloud is actually like the bubbles spawn way too far outside. Godot as well. Okay, now that we have this, let's get rid of that damaging area here actually. Deal tick damage, bubble color, cloud color. We don't want this here. We put this here somewhere. Like this is the bubble color. And then the cloud color is down below. Eh? So I see. Cloud color. Ah, I see. So it can be inside of here. Area indicator. How do I do that? Godot as well. I love Godot. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. In front of layer. Calculate layer. Layer attack circle. Hä?
Gotcha, bitch.
It's layer game. And then active ability. Target location. Lol. Oh, I see. The bubbles. Hello, Diamond. And Flow Fields, thank you very much for following. How's it going, bro? Okay, let me think here. Let me think. This is the poison bubble. I mean, I have a position here. Can I just calculate the layer for that? Ah, I see. So the bubbles need to be on top. I wonder how that is in Vampire Survivors. How can I see that? This guy is in front of these effects, actually. Huh. I wonder if these flames Wait, maybe there's more pictures. I need more pictures. Fuck, I can never see because there's never enemies inside of it. Actually, this enemy is inside. Huh. Maybe there's enemies here that are inside. Let's take a look at this. Trying to figure out. I'm having to manually do all the tasks I've automated at work. So showtime saved. Goddamn boring. Oh hell, man. Like, how did you automate them using scripts? That's my job as well at the moment. I can't really tell, man. This... What makes sense? How about we think about what makes sense? Cakez, have you considered taking a break and refactoring, clean up your code just for a week or so? It feels like you're getting way too sloppy with your code. I'm not getting sloppy with my code. I just changed a bunch of stuff and I have to, like, you know, make it work with the new system. That's all. And so I'm revisiting the old things that I wrote and I'm having to fix the stuff that's broken. That's essentially just it. Right? It's not sloppy. If anything, sloppy would be leaving it the way it is. I think you take it the wrong way, bro. Yeah, I'm on point, not sloppy. Exactly, it's the opposite. I'm literally making it better. And it's important to do that because the game needs to feel good for the player. If it doesn't feel good for the player, it can look as awesome as it can. It's gonna be a shit game. I don't want that. I want my game to be actually... I want it to feel good. I already have all of the sprites that an indie game needs. I don't need more sprites, actually. Maybe I need a couple more abilities, but that's about it. I already have quite a few abilities. I think I have... How many abilities do I have? Let's see. How much is this? 39 abilities, actually. I have 39. That's a lot. Like, for an indie game, 39 different skills. Think about Vampire Survivors. 39 different abilities like this that can be upgraded. Like, how many abilities did Vampire Survivors have when it first started? Like 10, maybe? Maybe 20 at most. Now it's just time to make the gameplay feel like crisp. And that is polish. We are polishing actually right now. You know, we have this rough diamond and we're like, make it better. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, now it should deal poison damage, and I think it does, right? Does it deal... Are you... It does deal damage, good. He's polishing a turd. Ah, shut the fuck up, it's not a turd, man. This game is gonna be... It's gonna be awesome! Just wait, bro. Deal tick damage. Okay, so that one check mark, that's done. Right, can I actually do this? One of this. Can we do this? Lol, look at this, guys. I can put a check mark here. I didn't know that. Oh, man. Okay, cool. Okay, right now, we are working on the bubbles. Question is if these bubbles should calculate their layer correctly. I think they should. So, for example, here the layer would be... Actually, it should always be on top of that. Wait a minute. I think I know how to do that. The cloud is... Ah, I see. No, wait. The poison cloud. I don't have a layer here. Just wait 7 more years? No. Listen, you don't understand what I'm talking about, bro. Just wait. Okay, so the layer of the bubble draw bubble area indicator. We need that too. This needs to be oops. Didn't mean to do that. Actually meant to move it. Oh no, I hate Vim. I hate Vim! Move it to the right! Okay, this area indicator is very important. Weg 4. Ja. Ja. Indicator color is this. There we go. We draw that. Put this here. Guys, I'm in the flow state. Really quickly. You know what I'm missing from Odin, guys? When I post something in... When I move a line up or down inside of a... what is it called? Inside of a code block that is encapsulated by braces, it would move the code block that I moved up one to the right. It would auto indent, essentially. Doesn't do that here, which I guess is good and bad. The auto indentation of them is really annoying. I know that there's a better way to do that. Yeah, but I just haven't figured out how to do that yet. Indicator color is 0. Wait, RG, that would be green, blue. So we're gonna put it on green if it's mine. We're gonna put it on red if it's the enemy. So essentially this is here. And this is here. There we go. Now we have the area indicator that is always drawn. Anything else? We're drawing the bubble. This is not drawing the bubble. That is draw cloud. There we go. Put this here. Clean up this a little bit. Boom. Now we have the cloud. It should be called cloud layer, actually. Hey, this was good. Oh, not this again. No, it's this, not this again. No, I don't want to listen to this, bro. Like, listen, but... dude. Awesome. Hey, Riley. Hello there. Wait a minute. Riley, are you from Twitch? Are you a past streamer, Mr. Streamer? Or are you, like, completely new? What is your dream game you'd want to develop? Mine is Kenshin inspired, but not a buggy nightmare mess. Oh, I would love to make a Gothic 1 clone. Gothic 1. That is my dream game. Making a game like this would be... That's my dream. Like, after this game, I'm using this game to practice. This is essentially like me going to school, learning how to make a game. from start to finish. Gothic is very cool. Oh yeah, 100% smiling big. It's one of the best games ever. I chatted here a couple of weeks ago. I see. Like, no, I mean, in the very beginning, there was a Twitch streamer, Riley. I think Riley. Or Razy. I don't remember. I think it was Razy or Riley. It's been a very long time. She was quite regular on the stream, but maybe she stopped streaming and stopped watching. Don't know. Just your name sounded familiar. That's why I asked. All right. And now that we have this, we need to calculate the layer using the Y position here. Oh, sorry. Okay, then we can have the bubble. And maybe we draw the bubble in additive blending too. Let's see. I wonder how that looks. I don't see a difference here. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I have an error. Yeah, what is this? Ah, okay, so the area indicator. Actually, that's a bit annoying. I think I know how to do it. Need to put it here. Calculate the cloud layer first. And then use the cloud layer. Draw it be in front or behind. Or maybe I just don't do that at all. We'll see. I wonder how additive blending will look like. Oh wow, I don't see anything now. Oh, the bubbles are not drawn at all. They're very, yeah, they are drawn, but you can barely see anything. Also, the area indicator is not showing up at all. Wonder what that's it. Why are you not drawing this? I mean, start location, target location. Nings, why does she watch VODs? Nings, huh? Nings, hello? By the way, Nings is watching VODs, so hello Nings, future Nings. Hello! Hello! Why does this not work? Tell me. Can you please tell me why this doesn't work, bro? I'm drawing a range indicator 69. 96, actually. But 69 sounds cooler. Nings, yeah. Why does this not work? Is it the layer? Maybe it's the layer. Maybe it's because of this. It's a shame. Let's see. In front. Eh? Why are you not drawing this? Am I blind? Let's see. Draw, circle. Draw. UI, circle. AUE radius. No, that's the radius. Active ability. Target location. AUE radius. I wonder. Imagine listening to Cakez in silence. So this is the circle, the area of effect. Wow. That's quite big, by the way. The poison cloud is certainly... I'm confused. Why is it not drawing this? Maybe because it is actually drawing it? Huh? I'm a fucking dumbass. Wait a minute. I think I know how to fix this. Schnitzelib. No! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That should work. Eh? This should return me a proper vector too. $128. Eh? Yeah. Why is it not drawing it? Size? Sprite size? Why are you not drawing it? I'm confused. Brother. One day he will template his vector shit? No, I won't. Okay, so this works correctly. It seems like it's just not drawing it. Huh? I don't understand why you're not showing up, bro. Why is it not drawing this? Huh? Like, it's gotta be some weird bug. 100%. Indicator color. Wait a minute. Maybe it's just too faint. It is there, I think. Wait a minute. Is it there? I don't see anything, bro. Huh? Why does it not show this? Aha. Maybe it was a layer issue. Okay. Fine. Okay. I like that. Is it now invisible? It is there. It is so tiny that we can't see it, but it is there. Okay, 0.5. Actually there. Yeah. It was there the entire time, guys. It was just not visible. It was the entire... Come on. Ooh, look at that. Now, the poison cloud is too big, by the way. But we first need to make sure that this works. So I guess we'll do 0.4. Now we debug. I like this. I love debugging the game like this. You know, this is what I love doing. You see how the poison cloud now reaches to the edges of the screen? And maybe we can, you know, do a tiny bit of stuff here. A tiny bit, a little bit. Texture Atlas. Let's see. It's this one or this one. One of the two. I don't know which one it is. Let's see. 528. Maybe it's that. Range. No. It's poison cloud. Sprite poison cloud. This one. Aha. So I'm taking a look at this one right here at the moment. That is the latest poison cloud. Is there some sort of like wish where I can move stuff around? I guess I can't, right? Like a smudge tool? I guess there's not. Okay, it's fine though. I'll keep it like this. Hey, Galaxy Media, hello there, bro. Okay, now that we have the poison cloud and the range indicator for that, maybe I make the poison cloud a little bigger, but I think it's good enough. That is number one. We need to take a look at the bubbles. The bubble here. Let's change the color of the bubbles so that it fits. Where is the animation for that? It's a very small effect animation. Crazy Twitch shadow bans certain IP ranges? Really? Like you're playing around with VPN or something? Alright, here. This is... Maybe I already have the correct color space. Oh, it is already in the correct color space. I don't have to... Alright. Bubbles. Bubble color. Bubble color. Draw the bubbles. Actually, already do that. Do I use cloud color here? What down? Let's debug this a little bit. I'm currently working on this poison cloud. Okay. I think that's what I had before. Oh, by the way, pre-multiplied alpha, guys. Can I add this to the shader? We can do pre-multiply alpha on color. And then it gives us like a darker thing, right? Do we have this here? Pre-mul... We don't. We can do pre-multiply alpha. Let's see here. Int. And let's just copy this. Pre-multiply. How does this work again, real super cool? Can you tell me? Do you remember how pre-multiply alpha works? It's in the fragment shader, right? I wonder which one I'm using. I think it's this one. Rendering option, text outline, font, linear filtering, noise overlay, option light, bloom. You remember this? How to do it? I think it was just multiplying. I think I have it still in the other shader. So essentially pre-multiply alpha does the following. It enhances the bright pixels, I think, or the bright colors, and it darkens the dark colors, I think. Let's see. .frag. I think the first one was called opaque.frag, and over here I had pre-multiply. I can't type. There we go. It's literally just multiply by alpha. And you can do this multiple times. Weird. Let's see if this has any effect. Since it is 0.1, I don't think it does. It looks like shit, but maybe it doesn't work with additive blending, but with just transparency. Don't think it does, no. Actually, I think it does. Huh, interesting. Look, you guys can't see it very well, but it does work. Watch. Shit. It does work, and to be honest, I think the poison cloud looks better like this. Because it has these dark edges. Okay. Cakez, mind sharing this playlist? It's bangers all the way. Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah. Can't you do exclamation mark? I guess I can. You can't, but I can give you. It's only 4 hours long, unfortunately. How do I copy a playlist again? How do I copy this, actually? It's a public playlist, but how do I copy this? Ah. There we go. Hello. Is it named Boomer? Lol, yeah, it is. It actually is. 100%. It's cool, yeah. All right. I think. I mean, we do have pre-multiply now, but I guess it doesn't really do much. And maybe this additive blending one here is a little bit too... 0.7 maybe. What is this? Oh, I see. Okay. That's what we say about your streams every time, only 4 hours long, unfortunately. I can't do longer. Can't do longer. Maybe in the future I will be able to do it, but at the moment I can't. Alright, now it's time to change Poison Cloud. Do not have a 64 AoE because I think that's a bit too big. Let's do 48 at most. Maybe not even. I think 32 is good enough. Hello Rux, looking, good morning. Maybe longer streams in 18 years and 2 months. Oh, that's kind of small, actually. Is it small? Also, it's casting it here, not on the bottom. I understand. I don't know about the range indicator. What do you guys think? Should the range indicator be there? Well, at least we got something good done today. I think it looks good. Has a menacing option to toggle in setting. Maybe you have an option to turn it on or off. Okay, yeah. That's a good idea. I need to put it on a to-do list that I always see, which I know where to put it. Here. Oh. Okay, it should appear down below here now. The position sprite itself could use some work. The position sprite itself, less transparent maybe, clearer, more behind more defined borders. Yeah, maybe. But for now, I think it's good enough. If I take a look at other games, I think it's good enough, to be honest. I think it's actually good enough, to be honest. Done already? No, we're not done. We're going to switch over to Dark Souls now. Okay, guys. It is time. I need to set up some stuff. I'm going to be switching over to Dark Souls now. Hopefully everything works. Now, I don't have an onion ready. Hopefully I don't die very early on. Let me see. Let me double check. So I have a picker wheel here. If I die once, I'm going to spin this wheel. Piece of onion, I don't have that yet. Need to get that. Hot sauce, need to get that. Don't collect souls, low cam speed. Blindfold, I need to get that as well. What's this weird noise? This weird noise is... Shit. Goodness. Yeah, there's a couple of units there. Lol. Lol. He just doesn't have anything from the wheel. Cakez, you could make an onion cry. You can make an onion cry with a face such as yours. Ah, shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Okay. Oops. Wrong click. We can, change this over time, but I gotta set up stuff now and close certain things. So hopefully the computer doesn't blow out. I need to set up some stuff here. Close this. Need that. I'm going to switch over to Dark Souls, and I'm also going to switch the streaming on YouTube. Okay, guys? I will be streaming tomorrow, but right now I'm going to switch over to my other YouTube account that is related to gaming. And for that, I need to stop streaming to YouTube. So see you tomorrow, guys. Peace. Goodbye. If you are interested, this is my other account. Or is it Capital Cakez TV? Oh, YouTube chat is so good. Why is he Dark Souls 1ing, by the way? Because it's the first game. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's the first game. That's why. Dude. Like, why do I play the first game of a series? Because I want to? As well. Why you're playing it? Not played it before? I've never played the game before, no. But I need to set up some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to get... I guess a blindfold. Let me make the camera big. Love you, man. Hey, fixable. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Let me get a blindfold. Yeah! Hopefully that's not too much. Okay, so here's the onion. If I die and get the onion, I have to take a bite. Here's the Tabasco. And I'm gonna get everything here and then I explain it again. Okay. Cutting onions when you die to cry? That's content? I mean, I could do that, yeah. I mean, I get my... Yeah, we can do that too. Okay, we have everything prepared. Do you have a hidden third monitor? No, I don't. And this is the blindfold, by the way. It's just a t-shirt. Whoops. Just gonna, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna do it like this. I can't see anything. I will just immediately die again. So maybe this one is not that great. Because if I can't see... Or I'm gonna do like a Queen Poncelot blindfold where I do like this. And I play like that. Sus. Small percent of chat choosing which item to throw. No, stop it. I need all of the items I can get because I never played the game, bro. Also, these things are limited on time. So, for example, the low camera speed, that's for like a minute, right? I have to like do a timer or something for that, but I have to be... That won't be entertaining, that will be annoying. Okay, so did I turn off the stream, by the way, for YouTube? Oh, it did not. I see you tomorrow, guys. If you want to follow along with the Dark Souls playthrough, we'll do that. Join over on Cakez TV. Be right back. Until tomorrow then.